Like they're complaining about left politics, right politics, potholes. How do you get them to care about anyone else, whether it's across the street or another country? I mean, do people sometimes roll their eyes and say, "Doctor, I would like to help you, but man, I can't even pay my own bills." How do you get past that?
It takes so little to help people in Africa. We throw away so much money in America. We just buy things that we don't need, and just to let people know that a little bit goes a long way. Goes a long way in Africa, and so people are so grateful. They're so appreciative, and you can really do a lot with a little.
And you get the cooperation because I've seen it. So I got to ask you, how did you get involved, and why do you care so much about this? It's your passion.
I was a missionary in Sierra Leone for 6 years back in 1989, and the poorest country in the world, the most undeveloped country in the world, and so we have done just such a great work there, and the support of the church, the Door Christian Fellowship Church here, over the years has really given us a great headway into Africa, or into West Africa, excuse me, and so we're just so excited about that.
Well, I'm going to stereotype because you're younger than I expected.
Yeah.
Do you play some ball too?
Well, I'm 50 years old.
Oh, rub it in, man.
So yeah, I play more golf, but I used to play a lot of basketball. But I'm just going to be running the tournament, not really participating.
Hey, they got the over 50 league coming up, and we want to have. I got to get in shape now, looking at you. So, why did you go that avenue? In other words, there are a lot of ways to raise money. I see you selling stuff on your website and stuff.
Right.
What does the basketball 3-on-3 and the slam dunk and all that stuff, this raise some cash?
Yeah, well, hopefully we're just trying to get young people involved. Let them know that they have a place that it's not so much a lot of money, but a lot of people participating and giving what they have. That everybody can play a role in helping people in Africa.
What is it like? Because I'm going to say something blunt again.
Yes.
People don't understand. Like if I go to 10 young people, I'll say 10, 18-year-old guys, 5 of them will think that there's, you go to Africa and you're seeing like the giraffes go by and stuff like that. I'm serious,
No doubt.
And then the other 5 know that there's vibrant cities and there's this. People, I don't want to stereotype that America's sort of USA-centric, but we are. And how do you reach the younger people and the white younger people too, and say this matters? Helping people in other countries matters, and for that matter, just doing anything good for anybody anywhere matters.
Everyone has a gift. They have a talent, abilities that they've been blessed with, and to be able to invest in other people and see the return from your investment and see the appreciation and the level of gratitude will touch anyone. And so every person has the ability to be productive and to help someone who's less fortunate.
And you obviously turned it into a living. This is what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for years and years and years. How do you keep the attitude? I had you on the phone, you had me smiling 2 minutes onto the phone. There's something to that positive approach, isn't there? It rubs off on people, and I know, and it doesn't matter what religion or what background. If you talk to folks in the Mormon religion and with Romney, I've met a lot of folks like that. They'll tell me privately, it's how you present yourself, because if you present yourself as happy and positive, people get a different feel about it, and it's contagious. You come in here, with the big smile on your face and a bunch of energy. You just raced up the stairs, I'm sure. So how do you incorporate that in your life, and how do you try to spread that when you're going to countries where they don't have it so good?
Well, God has been good to me, and I've traveled probably in about 14 different African nations, and to go and to experience the reception that I experience in the hospitality and the love that people have. People are really, they don't really need a lot. People don't really need a lot, and they're just so appreciative, and that makes me appreciative. That makes me grateful. That makes me happy.
And you've been doing this how long?
23 years.
Wow. All right, give me something that the average person wouldn't know about these kinds of efforts. What's a stereotype that you want to crush while you're here that you could just say, no, it isn't like that? Straighten some people out that don't know what you do.
That the money really does reach its target, that you have people in Africa who are trustworthy, or men and women of integrity, and that's why In Africa has been so effective, because we have good people that we're working with that are effective and that love other people.
Doctor, when did you, as a young man, just get hit with, I don't even know if you want to call it the bug, to say, I'm going to go out there in the toughest place in the world and try to spread some good? I mean, how old were you? What did an event do it? How did it happen?
Well, I came to Tucson in 1981 in the U.S. Air Force, and I gave my life to Jesus, and Jesus changed my life, and I wanted to give back. And God called me to go to Africa, and I went to Africa at 27 years old, and I'm telling you, it's been the greatest thing ever happened in my life. I never looked back. Both of my daughters were born there, and it's a great time of ministry in Africa.
Wait a minute. You were U.S. Air Force and you came to Tucson. What is it about people in Tucson? You either come here for the Air Force or the U of A, and then no one ever leaves. I mean, what is it? So you were Air Force. That brought you here.
Yes, sir. United States Air Force for 6 years. Davis Mountain Air Force Base, and I loved every day of it.
Now, give me some lesson that you got, or anything that you got from serving too. Serving
people, and I work with some of the best people in the world, and I have been blessed. I have been enriched by the lives of other people, and I just want to do something that can change the world, change people's lives.
One person at a time, right? All right. How can people help? Now, I know it's into-africa.org, and it's a nice website. Yeah. How about here in Tucson? Tell us more about the event. I know it's a 3-point shooting competition, 3-on-3. Yeah. Not for old guys, but it's what, 16 and over or something like that, I think it was.
And for you, a slam dunk contest.
Yeah, I can watch that.
I want you to enter the slam dunk contest.
I can watch that from a distance. So how do you can get teams together, friends of yours together, 3-on-3, yes, stuff like that?
Yes, 3-on-3 is $30 per person. You can go to into-africa.org and you can register there. And we need teams desperately the 28th at Bear Down Gymnasium at 8 a.m. in the morning. And so come one, come all, 3-point contest, slam dunk contest is co-ed, and so everyone's invited.
All right, how about if somebody out there just wants to send a check and help out? I mean, is there an address that you can give them, or is it on the website?
It's on the website. Go to the website and you can make a donation. You sure can. It's all there.
I got to ask you about the difference in the economy, because 08 changed things for a lot of folks. And I know that people like you get hit hard when the economy changes, because yes, people tend to back off on helping people, yes, in that time. What message can you give to folks who say, you know what, times have changed and I just got to watch out for myself right now? And why is that not a good approach?
Well, as I said before, a little goes a long way, and I understand that people are making sacrifices and it's tough, but I believe that if you give, it shall be given unto you.
Well, I got to tell you one thing. Yeah. I think no matter if you're religious, you're not religious, no matter how you look at life, yeah, feels darn good to see someone smile and thank you, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's pretty contagious.
Yeah, I really appreciate all the people of Tucson, but this event can really change someone's life.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah. And Dr. Alvin Smith, and thank you so much for coming by here. Good way to wrap up a Monday, especially after Easter and all that. So thank you, and thank you guys for listening and watching. It's into-africa.org. We'll see you tomorrow.